Hi there, Andre here from Peak Motorcycles. I'm back in the garage today, and in this video I'm going to show you how I'm fitting this Yamoto alloy rack to the back of my Honda CRF300 Rally. This would be exactly the same for fitting it to a Honda CRF300L, as the back of the bike is exactly the same on both. So if you've seen any of my other videos, you might have seen that I've previously done a comparison of the Honda rack that comes with the Jivvy mounting plate and also the H2C rear rack. The H2C I think was my preferred option just because it seemed to be a bit more practical, but it really was rather heavy. So I've been on the lookout for something that was made out of aluminium, which this one is. So this has come from Bikerzbits in Thailand. I'll let you have a bit of a look at it if you can see that. So it's mostly a flat plate on the top. It does have multiple places where you could actually hook things into along the sides, the same at the back and the same on the other side. And it's instead of using tubes, it's actually just using a flat piece of alloy, which has been folded quite precisely. It's been laser cut for the holes in it. So what I'm hoping for is that this will actually be a more useful sort of flat surface for strapping things down to on the bike. The other thing as well is that because it's aluminium alloy, I'm hoping it's going to be a lot lighter than the H2C rack. The problem I had with the H2C rack, leaving it on all the time, was that it was quite big, quite wide, and actually with the extra weight I kind of felt I didn't need it. It'll be a very short video. Before I put it on, the first thing I'm going to do, and I know some of you will hate this, so by all means skip ahead, is I'm going to weigh this one and then I'm going to weigh the H2C one so you can just see what the comparison is like. I'm expecting this one is going to be lighter, but we shall see. So here goes. So first up I'm going to weigh the H2C rack, which is made out of tubular steel. It doesn't feel too heavy, but there's definitely, you can feel it's got that sort of steel weight to it. Put that on the scales, 1.575 kilos. So I think that is about, it's just over 3 pounds to those of you in the US. And to measure the other one, so this is the alloy rack, which actually, when you look at them side by side, it does have a much bigger surface. It's longer, maybe not quite as wide. It doesn't have these side handles on it either. But to weigh that, that is 840 grams, so it's about half the weight. So, you know, if you're going to leave your rack on the bike all the time, or if you are concerned about weight high up, then certainly these alloy sheet, these aluminium sheet racks are a much lighter way to go. That's it for weighing it. I'm now going to fit it to the bike. Exactly the same as the other racks. It actually just fits directly on using this and this mounting point, and exactly the same on the other side. What I would say is that it does look a little bit sleeker than the others. It does come with its own set of screws, so I'm going to use these. So as you take these off, that there is the bit that you need to keep. The rest can go. Now for my forward one, I actually have my moose strap on, so I'm going to see what's the best way they can actually use the new bolts with that. That's the piece I need to keep, and the rest of these spacers, I suspect I might as well. Same again, silver spacer. Let's keep that bolt there for now. So looking at this, the spacers that actually came with this, they're actually to make it stand off. So I'm going to put the rear ones in first. So to fit it, you get long and short bolts that come with it. So the long bolts go at the front, the short bolts go at the back. And when I'm fitting this short bolt, I also need to put one of these black spacers on the end of it. One. Same thing, black spacer. Okay, that's good. So the last thing is to see how these would best fit. So I think I'm just going to take my old bolts out. Oops. That's it. And I think because of the spacers that are here, that's already going to stand off enough. But I'm only going to use this end cup and maybe even put that in instead of the washer. So I'm taking the washer off the bolt, putting that cup on, then my strap, then the long spacer that comes with them, and then lastly is the silver fitting off the bike, which goes on the end. What I need to do now is just to thread it in. Okay, that seems to fit pretty well. And it's nice still to have that strap in an accessible position. I don't have the side grab handles that I had on the H2C rack, so still having something is useful. I'll tighten that up fully in just a moment. Same things off here, those two. So if you can see this a little bit better, so the silver one goes in first, followed by that. So I think the only thing I might do is just loosen off that moose strap a little bit, because at the moment that's actually a little bit tight with the extra depth of the way the bolts are fitted. There you go, I'm just going to loosen this strap off. I'm guessing a lot of people won't have this strap on their bike, so you won't need to do this. But if you have something similar, then you might do. Actually, that's good enough as it is. I can get a hand under that. So there you go. That's it. That's my video for how to install this Yamoto alloy rack to the Honda CRF300 Rally. It will be exactly the same steps to fit it to a Honda CRF300L. I think it looks pretty good on the bike. It seems to follow the lines quite well, doesn't look quite as ugly as the other one. Even from the back it looks okay. I think I'll be fitting my Endurostand luggage to this. I've got a couple of new pieces for that, so I'll be doing a video on that. But otherwise, I hope this has been interesting and useful, and if it has, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks a lot.